Robert Gascoigne Cecil served as a Conservative Prime Minister and Secretary of State of India in the 19th century, a time at which India was under British colonial rule and did not experience significant economic growth. So, why did India experience a hockey stick growth much later in history in comparison to England?
First, let's look at some data. According to the World Bank, India's GDP per capita has increased significantly over the last century, with $1,940 in 2017 in GDP per capita, compared to roughly $600 in 1900. Furthermore, India has also seen an improvement in life expectancy from 24 years in 1901 to 69 years in 2016.
This is because of development in sanitation, housing and education. Told in an article by Forbes, during imperial rule, India experienced Malthusian economic growth, meaning the GDP increased as did the population, so GDP per capita did not increase, and the country was left one of the poorest, most backward illiterate societies on earth by the time of its independence.
In comparison to England, these figures are very low. As it can be seen from the graph, GDP per capita in England was relatively stable and was around £2,000 per person until the 1760s. After that, an exponential growth can be seen with a rise to 7,126 in 1947, when India declared its independence.
After British colonial rule ended in 1947, India finally began to experience significant improvements in living standards. As Angus Deaton, a leading development economist, has argued, deprivation in childhood of Indians born around mid-century was as severe as that of any other large group in history.
This could be evidenced by various indicators such as the increase in average life expectancy and increase in GDP per capita. From the World Inequality Database, we can see that in 1951, the top 10% of the population earned 37% of national income in India, whereas in 2015 this rose to 56%.
This shows that India has become more unequal today despite a rise in GDP per capita. As mentioned in an article by Munir, the value added by the agricultural sector and government expenditure can have a negative impact on income inequality.